What's up folks, and welcome back to Everspace. Now I've got to say, this is a sponsored video. Rockfish kindly sponsored me to make a few videos on this game and the Encounters DLC, and after the last video kind of talking a bit about what the DLC's added, what's new since release and so on, I figured why don't we dive in and I can actually show off some of the gameplay, what the game is truly like to play, and at the same time maybe, first of all, get to talk a bit about the mechanics, but also kind of see how far we can get. Can I show a bit of the end game off? So if you do fancy checking out this title, there's a link down in the video description, and without further ado, let's go and have a look at where I currently sit. Because this game, being a roguelite, means that you're constantly doing runs to upgrade your ship for the next one. So I've been using this Colonial Sentinel a lot, because it's the newest ship they've added. It was the one that came with the DLC, and it differs from the standard one, the one you'll begin with, this one here, mostly because you lose the armor, you lose your hull hit points, and you lose a gun, no less. So you see this is set up with a pair of primary weapons. Well, on the Sentinel, you only get one of those, but you exchange it for, first of all, a really impressive shield, but also the ability to carry tons and tons of devices. So at the end of each run, you come back with a whole bunch of credits, and you'll go into the perk screen, and you'll spend them on various upgrades designed to make your next run a bit better. So you get things like this one, where you can go back to retrieve your clone's wreck from the last run, for example, recover some of the bits. You can increase your chances of getting more credits or getting more rare loot. And of course, you can actually buff the ship up itself. So I've got, for example, a whole bunch stuck into hull hit points, try and keep myself alive a bit better. And I've also unlocked things like another secondary weapon slot, so I can carry 2 missiles instead of 1. The other thing I found that was quite cool, that I didn't know to begin with, but you sort of pick it up as you go down. Where is it? One of these allows you to start your run with stuff on board. So you actually get some loot to begin with. So the way this works out is this setup, I mean, there's not very much to change here. Later down the line, you will unlock enhancements. Where are they? Here. I haven't got any of these unlocked yet. I don't even know where they... It just says from derelict colonial stations, glyphs inside ancient structures. I haven't found any of this stuff yet. But in theory, you could enhance yourself through there too. And let's just dive into a fresh run. So at the start here, because I've got those things unlocked, I actually get to choose a second piece of equipment to begin with. I don't know what... Oh, I do know what the nano injector is. This is a instant hull repair. I might take that. That's quite handy. Bit of normal, yes please. And as with ever in Everspace, you begin in... Wow, this is a nasty system to begin in. So we've got a jumping suppress. There's a jump suppressor somewhere around here that means that we cannot leave this area until we find it and disable it. Problem with that is too long around in one specific area and the Okkar forces come after you. Kind of a bit like Fast and Light, you're constantly being pursued. So any sort of hanging around too long in a specific system means that they come and get you. So we've got to go and find wherever this jump signal suppressor is pretty fast. But as this is the first system as well, that's fuel, damn it, you start with full fuel. As this is the first system, normally what you want to be doing is trying to build up on resources ASAP. Give yourself the opportunity to craft some stuff immediately, and sort of work on the idea that these early zones, get my lightning gun out, I love the fact that this jumps to nearby targets. Yeah, these early zones are basically your build-up, your setup for when things start to get hard, because right now, as you can see, I just zap things so easily. There's going to be some turrets around this build. The jump suppressor is going to be in here, but there's going to be turrets around this. Where are you hiding? Outlaws, drone over there. But there are definitely going to be turrets around here, I'm sure of it. Oh no, drones. There's a drone tender instead. Not that drones are very scary, so they're... Ooh, I love the graphic effects in this, but yes. Not so scary, you can see it jumping to nearby targets too. And there is our jump processor, so if we get close enough, we can hack this and stop that suppressed signal and give us a way out of this whole system. It's a shame we don't need any of this fuel. You occasionally come across these sort of big depots of fuel, big canisters, big tanks that you can blow open. But what we do have is a container, well, a little bit in. Sometimes you get loot in those. There's another one over there. Tech container are the better ones. This might have some guns or something. No, missiles. Well, that's... could be worse. Right, where next? We need a bit of fuel. No, not fuel. Plasma field, that'll do. So as we get over here, plasma fields you can just wander into and you'll slowly scoop up the plasma. And the idea is for all of this, what we're doing is basically collecting these resources at the bottom. Because as we do, we can do things like upgrade our weapons or even build new ones. The thing is, these are all unlocked via blueprints, so One thing I've managed to do since the last time we recorded anything was unlock the blueprint for this. So hopefully, on this run, I can get enough dark matter and dark energy to build myself an Arc 9000 and then cause huge amounts of damage with it. I love that thing, it's so fun. We can also do things like upgrade our shields. There's some of these you have to go and get as blueprints, or we go in here, you can see there's a whole bunch of, sort of extra stuff that wasn't there to begin with. So, let's get on with it. A bit more plasma. And as we collect this thing, it'll say at the top sometimes that you've unlocked like another thing is craftable because you've now got the materials for it. But so far, this whole system seems to just be fuel. It's an unlucky start. Let's go and explore a bit further. Your ship has sort of limited sensor range on it, so you won't necessarily see that things are around until you approach them. Like, for example, what have we got here? Silly drone. It's going to get popped. And some turrets. Woo! Shoot the missiles down the sky. Another thing that beam lasers very, very good at, shooting down missiles. Because missiles hurt. Go on, chain. Stay on his back. Got missile incoming. A ticking. Try and dodge that as I go through. Because the missiles are what tend to kill you, I find. Anything's going to take you down, it'll be the missiles. You also have a limited energy bar just underneath the mouse there. Basically everything you do uses that energy bar. Using your boosters, using your guns, it all uses that bar. Oh, a new colour unlocked, nice. So every run you'll be unlocking little things like that, be they cosmetic stuff to change the colour of your ship, be they blueprints for more items or whatever. As you go through, you're going to be unlocking loads. And if you can see, there's a little red section at the bottom of our energy bar, at the end of our energy bar. Ow! I missed that one. That represents how much like reserved energy we need to actually just power our equipment. And as we upgrade our equipment, can I not get? No, I thought I might be able to get in there. As we upgrade our equipment, we're going to need more and more reserved energy in order to use it. And therefore, you get to the point where you can't really use everything. I'm slightly disappointed by that. I was hoping for something cool, but evidently I can't go in there. Fine, what we got? Missed some credits. That's Okkar forces teleporting in nearby. That's not good. Oh, it's outlaws, not Okkar, still. Get beamed, fools. And you. I can help myself by not just dogfighting out in the open, I suppose. I could go and hide behind some asteroids, but in these early sectors, you normally don't need to. The only complaint I have about the Sentinel's shield, which will become a bit evident on these ones, is it recharges super slowly. The idea is you've got a massive shield, but if it ever goes down, it's going to take a bit to get it back up again. That's your vulnerable moments. You see, it's only now it's even starting to recharge, and it recharges really slow. So I think one of our first goals is going to be to make sure we've got upgrades ploughing into that. Is there another building I spotted down here? Thought I saw something struck. Oh, it might have just been that. Yep, looks like it. So I guess I might call that it for this sector. We could look around further, but in the end, the chances are we're not going to find a huge amount. Let's just get in, get deeper on. So each sector is made up of 4, I don't know what you want to call these, systems? One that you can't control, and then a whole bunch that you can kind of, again, fast and light style, decide which way round you want to go. And here, thanks to a few perks I've got unlocked, you can see that there's a whole bunch of, these are the guys added by the DLC, the characters. Now at the moment, they're all outside of this first sector. We're in Sector 1, this is easy sector, very little here, so we're just going to jump on. But later on, we're going to sort of see how these guys change up the progress of the game quite a lot, because you'll end up with systems with loads of them in, and that's going to dictate what it is you're doing. The other thing that tends to happen is you tend to come straight into systems with 3 fighters nearby of some sort. Get over there and get behind. Ow, what? They've got a drone somewhere around that's using some weird beams on me, probably taking my shields out, I would imagine. Wow. See how low my shields have got already? That's not good. Come back here, you. It's worth noting, by the way, that you can play this game in first person as well. I happen to prefer it in third person. It gives me more sort of awareness of what's going on around me. But you can play it in first person if you want. Sometimes it makes the sort of the actual aiming side of things a bit easier. Stuff to loot. So if there's anything extra kicking around that you don't need, you can just salvage it or swap it with your current equipment. So we're going to salvage that and grab what loot we got from those guys. I'm actually going to go back to the third-person view because I like being able to see plenty. And having done a jump, we now also need to think about fuel, because occasionally you'll end up in a system where you just don't get any. You don't get enough to do another jump. So you've got to keep that in mind. Sort of, there's a number of ways in which your run can very suddenly end. And that, so far, I wouldn't say it's the most common, but it is one of them where I end up having to spend too long in a system. These things I hate as well, little mines. Go away. Beams are really good at killing them, but not a fan. They do so much damage. But I do like the fact that the whole combat and flight system for this has been done in sort of a semi-arcadey manner. Ooh, flat cannon. Flat cannon? I can't use it. It's only available on the Interceptor and the gunship. Well then, let's just salvage you. That's a shame. Drone override. To fight from my side for a certain length of time. Well, that's our hull point heal. Turret override just turns them off. Oh no, that makes them fight for my side as well. And the device, you know what, I'm going to swap for the device charger. I never end up using it. Okay, we got anything else hiding around in here? Often if you hang around, just skirt around, eventually your sensors will unlock it for you. Crystal will take. Crystal is one of the more rare, not as rare as, I think there's Viridium and there's Dark Energy and Dark Matter. And those are the super rare ones for, like, the later, bigger weapons. Do you have anything else around you, I wonder? So easy to just waste a bit of time looking around, and then lastly, suddenly realise the Okkar forces are already here. You can't really fight them. They're tough enough that really... Whey! Right, that's what I mean about the mines. If you miss a mine, they make that noise, and they take like half of your health, half of your shield down at a time. Okay, what do you got for me? Credits! Make it rain. And nanobots. So nanobots are how you repair, and is the other major end to any playthrough in my experience, is you run out of nanobots. Thankfully, one of the things you can upgrade in your perks is how effective the nanobots are. Unfortunately, what I haven't found yet is any way of upgrading how many you can carry. So there's this constant hard limit of 20, and you'll be surprised how fast those 20 disappear. Okay. I reckon that's that bit done. What else have we got kicking around? A couple of drones. Drones, the Outlaws, they're normally a good thing to keep an eye on because they tend to give away a bit where interesting stuff is. Like that. That little bink noise, by the way, is the noise of people aggroing on me, and going, it's time to kill wasted. Except, that's not the case, friends. It's not how we're doing it. It might be time to use some missiles for you, perhaps? Nah, kind of saving my missiles. These corrosion missiles are really good, but as you might expect, they're sort of an acid effect. So it takes a while for them to actually kill anything. Really good for the later ships where you're fighting big stuff. Not great otherwise. Oh god, that's more of them. Come on in. Get beamed. And if I'm lucky, they get close enough together that I beam two at once. The downside of the beam is it is quite short range. There's another beam weapon that I keep picking up, a beam M3. Really cool. But that one, it does more damage the closer you are, it seems. And it can get you into trouble so easily. Alright, plasma. Sure. Let's get some plasma, and then while we grab that, let's have a look around. Where was that? Got a bit disorientated in that fight. Where was the place we were heading? Had like one of those domes on the top of it. I mean, all of this stuff looks fairly interesting. I like all of the aesthetic in this game. Looks really cool. It's one of those ones that just looks great in motion. Now this has got some goodies for me, surely. Look at it, big hulk like that. Not really. That's a shame. Often you can go inside these. There's sort of little security puzzles and the like, but it doesn't look like this is one of them. Fine, we shall continue to explore. Aha, there it is. There it is. That looks kind of interesting down there as well. That looks like one we might be able to get into, but this is definitely populated with something. That's a turret. Come on in. Another nice thing with the lightning beam, it hits all the turrets at once. Which is, it feels a bit cheaty, but then... Whey! Wow. But then to be fair, it does have some noticeable weaknesses. One of them being the range, but not just that. More plasma. Grab this gas. That was one of those containers, although it was a gas version this time, but one of the containers I mentioned earlier. You got anything else for me? Doesn't look like it. Normally these things have got at least a bit more goodies than that. Just some gas. It's a bit dull. Fine. Let's go and visit a big space wreck instead. So a lot of your early game is kind of like this. The combat definitely ramps up as you go through. But early on, is this a different one? Yes, it is. Wow, look at the number of... Oh, that was cool. Yeah, the explosions in general are pretty awesome in this, especially when you blow up like a big ship, because it'll smash you around. They've done the feeling of the shockwave really well. Another colour, beam laser. Ooh, now this is similar to the one I was talking about. So it's got less energy consumption, more range, does a bit more hull, bit less shield. Thing is, what it doesn't do is arc over to additional targets and deal 50% of damage to them. So, yeah, I'll salvage you. Sadly, again, this ship's only got the singular weapon mount. Ow! Alright. Alright, we'll play that game then, if you really want. Okay, so that noise is Okkar forces inbound. It is time for Wasted to get the hell out of here. Again, those, you do not want them to catch you. They are really unpleasant. Let's go. Now, not much choice here. Hopefully we'll get one of the more interesting character missions on this one. Every time you visit them, they've got new missions for you. Assuming you completed the last one, and I did manage to complete the horrible freighter mission that kept getting me killed. So that one's been done. I've been detected by an drone. Oh no. Drones are like your equivalent of space dags, I think. I think that's what we're getting at. You know what we do to dags. This is one of those slightly more weird systems where you get loads of stuff just sort of floating around in space, and often it's all surrounded by mines and stuff, but not this time. We've got some gradient, what is it? Gradient Brundy? Gradient Brund or something like that? Brund and Brady? G&B guys over there, they're friendly. You can, if you want, have a go at these guys. On the service station, maybe I'll have something decent. You can, if you want, have a go at these guys. I've even got some perks that basically mean that they're less likely to report if I go all pirate style and try and take out one of these ships. But you do tend to lose. So this is one of our service stations, so I can repair here or refuel by the looks of things. Neither of which is particularly useful at the moment. That's not always what you get in each one. Sometimes they'll have other options, so it's worth checking. Sometimes they'll have trade or whatever. You'll also notice there, they got containers. G&B containers there to taunt you. And also to, when you first play, confuse you into thinking it's fine to attack them. And then all of a sudden the entire system goes, ha ha ha, hello. Drones. So then, where next? That looks like an interesting spot. No, we've been up there. We've got more G&B over that direction. More G&B over that way. What's that, a freighter? A fuel transport. Fine. Whereas you... I can't tell what that's going to be. Not from this distance. Sometimes the stations, the G&B ones, sort of, they're hanging around a station, but it isn't one of theirs. Sometimes they're hanging around a station that is there, and it can be a little bit tricky to tell which is which. Yeah, I think this is a G&B station. But you notice there's nothing on there to actually indicate that it is. You just have to sort of make a guess based on how it's responding, unless you manage to find a container, and that'll confirm it for you. Okay, it's this place. This place is a bit on the empty side. I did miss a shield breaker missile. That's not great. If nothing else, those can be taken apart. It's in our other slot. We got 20 light missiles. That is a lot of light missiles to start the game with. Yeah, I'm going to grab the shield breakers and then I think we'll get out of this system. Do a jump, get to the last sector, because these first sectors, they're a bit on the quiet side. Find the action. Come here, you. Yeah, we'll just salvage you. Let's see if we've got any upgrades we can do yet. Yeah, so I can upgrade my lightning gun if I want to, but I think I might upgrade the shield first. Yeah, the shutdown duration. Because this shield shuts down for such a long time, 20 seconds. So I might do that. This EMP generator is amazing as well. Cooldown mod. It's a lot of extra energy consumption. Alright, let's just go for the shutdown duration on you and the capacity. Get 3 little slots for each. Again, that can be upgraded with perks if you sort of continue investing in that line. And screw it, let's get out of here. To the skies. So as I mentioned in my last video, and I think this is, someone pointed out in the comments, and this is an interesting question. When covering games like this, and in particular with the sponsored content, which I know people don't necessarily like so much, although I can promise that I only ever take sponsored content for games that I would be interested in anyway. So that way, it's not like I'm just going to shell out and cover up something that I think is rubbish. But at the same time, people are naturally wary to it. So in these videos in future, I'm going to do my best to try and also talk a little bit about what it is that I think is going to kind of mean that you end up stopping playing the game eventually. What is it that's the finite nature? And as I mentioned in the last one, it's this. It's this early sector bit where really all I want to do is get sort of back into the Sector 4, Sector 3, the area where I was before. But that's not... Ooh, dark matter for our big missile, our Arc 9000. I was wrong about that as well. That's not added by the new patch. The new patch adds things like the lightning gun and some of the other really cool weapons. We'll take a look at those right at the end of the video, because there's actually a way you can see all of the guns in the game. So we'll take a look at those at the end. But unfortunately, I was completely wrong about the Arc 9000. Apparently that's one that's been in for a while. These systems are pretty cool. You find these huge ore generators. And if you want to, you can just sit around and basically steal G&B's ore from where they're mining it. Yeah, you hang around these things, it just pops out every now and then. But that does not make particularly interesting content. Oh, the mining drones, how cute. Let's go and have a look around the wreckage instead. Hey. Collisions hurt really badly. Just FYI. Compound, there's a container over there. That dark matter's really interesting. I think all we need now is dark energy and I can make the Arc 9000. And I would very much like to do an Arc 9000 demonstration during this. If we can find something big to blow up, that would be hilarious. Nanobots resource... Yeah, see, already we're at the nanobots limit and we haven't taken any damage yet. And then when the damage does start, it comes thick and fast. Okay, where we are. Credits, ore, mineable gas, trader, potential of some stuff over this direction. Maybe even inside. Whee, hello. Hello, you just teleported behind me, are you? Fine. The advantage of that is, it means I can jump you. Say goodbye to your drones. It's a poor life decision right there. Surprising I'm not having more trouble with this game colorblindness wise as well. It's using lots of like red markers and stuff over transparency, which is normally the recipe for wasted can't see anything, but not too bad this time. Can I be bothered to go and visit any of that stuff? Because one of the things you've got to take into account with the jump systems, the ones like this, ones that have a gate rather than a target, you don't just point at these. So if you're waiting until the point where the Okkar forces are arriving to get out, sometimes that's too late already, depending on how far away you are. So on that basis, and on the basis I want to go and find some of the characters, find some of the new gear and so on, see if we can find something interesting to show off. Be it DLC stuff or just stuff I haven't seen from the base game yet. That's a cool looking system. Sector 2. And what have we got in Sector 2? Okkar fighters, Okkar drone around a really suspicious looking asteroid. G&B chilling out with that one. Sure. Let's go check out the suspicious users. Oh no, they saw me. Yeah, their beams are pretty nasty, but not as nasty as mine, I have to say. Hello. I will, if the opportunity arises, switch our weapon out for something else, just to give you guys a demonstration of some of the other weapon types and so on, because there's a nice range of different stuff, and I don't know. What on earth are you? Hello, friend. I'm on some missions for one of the guys at the moment that involve going and scanning indigenous life forms. Part of me suspects that that's what that is. Aha. Bit of 3D disorientation, why not? And now, so we've got Like Freighter. Normally the Outlaws are hanging around something a bit more interesting than just a bit of ore to mine. In before I end up with... because of course it's all not all procedurally generated, but a lot of it's procedurally generated. In before I end up with like the most boring early run ever for the time I actually decide to go for recording. Can't remember how many runs I've done, but it's a lot now. Enough. Okay, now this is a pretty cool environment, because these are basically... you gotta find your way in by destroying shield generators and so on, but somewhere in here will be a special container that can only be properly accessed if you... well, shield generators outside there. That can only be properly... there you go, that. I can only get through that with an access key. Ah! Yes, there's also internal defences. It's got a little bit of sort of Descent vibes at times when you're inside these closed areas doing your best to try and sort of fight like this. I mean, admittedly, if this was Descent, I would have stayed in the corridor and tried to not get hit quite so badly. Yeah, so unfortunately, look in there, special tech container, that's got all the goodies, but we need an access key, and they come from killing the elite enemies, which we haven't seen any of yet. They have a little skull next to their name, but there aren't any here. I mean, if I was really brave, you could probably hang around until the Okkar forces arrive, and then attempt to get a key off them. But nah, that's pretty brave. Let's go and kill this other shield generator, just to make sure I didn't miss anything in from that direction. I don't think so. I think this is just going to take down this opening as well. Yeah. Nothing new or exciting there. Oh well. A little frustrating when you show up without an access key for those things, but only because the stuff that's in them is so nice. Goodies. Alright, what has this funny looking thing got for me? Something up there. What are you? Ooh, that went bad. Unfortunate. Actually get crushed by a collection of ice asteroids. Whoa, hello. Hello. Special tech container. That's the one way back where we were, wasn't it? Yeah, but there are little tech containers in here. Jump stabilizer. I don't want to count. They can counteract even stuff like, as you saw there, the jump suppression. But you got limited slots for that sort of stuff. Another jump stabilizer. Wow, it really wanted me to have a jump stabilizer. Is it giving me a hint? What's happening here? Right, let's get out. Grab that gas. Oh, right, okay, it's one of those. Try not to shoot the GMB too hard then, Roger! You didn't mean it, friends. I promise. Yeah, that's the special. That's going to drive me nuts. Stop taunting me with it! Anything else tucked around? Doesn't look like it. Maybe we are ready for some upgrades. How's our shield looking? Not build another one yet, can we? No. What are we missing? Crystal, by the looks of things. Yep. You can see them all highlighted down here as I change through, or... yeah, I wish I had some better upgrades for the lightning gun. I don't know if that's a limitation of my blueprints, or if it's a limitation of the lightning gun itself, but... those ones just don't cut it. I mean, in reality, the gun doesn't cut it. We need to get a bigger one. Let's fire some missiles as well. Got 20 light missiles. They're not going to get kept for that long. Let's go and go. Hello. Oh, really? Very dull. More nanobots. Another enemy. Where? I'm being blind. Where is he? Oh, he's the other side, I see. You there! Die in the face. I guess that'll be it for this one. Let's just jump from in here. That'll look cool. Why not? Go! And still none of these guys. Oh no, this guy is in. I can't remember his name. Sec? Something like that. This guy is in this area. So unfortunately, what we've also got is a natural hazard in that system. So either we go through, yellow one's obviously being the medium risk, so either we go there to the end, or we go down this side. But interestingly enough, this side's got, is that one more? No, it's not one more jump. It's just the way these things overlay looks a bit weird. Let's go this way, see if we can find something more interesting to fight in that sector. Whee! I thought I had warnings of natural, whatever you call it. Ah, hello. There's an access key. There's the jump suppressor. Has he noticed me yet? No. Let's go and do the jump suppressor first. You there. Have some light missiles. You there. Get lightninged. Just leave you. Out of energy. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Crystal in there. I want that. I suppose crystal's not as important as the sort of dark crystal or whatever it is. The dark energy. I think there is a dark crystal as well. Okay, and then we've got a container. Goodies. So was this not where... Yeah, it is where the jump suppressor is. There it is. So another one of these ones where you basically all you got to do is hack it, which means get close to it. Most things in this game done by either getting close to them or by shooting them. I approve of this. Yeah, that's jump suppression done. Right. Let us prepare ourselves and use the EMP generator, I think, for this one, because these elite scouts can actually be quite nasty. On your own, have a corrosion missile. Now have an EMP. Get beamed. Get beamed. Aha, access key. So next time we come across a secure container, we're sorted. Mineable fuel. We are well low on fuel. That actually looks like a good choice. Scrap and crystal, right? Yep. Come over here. So the whole time we're doing this, we're also earning credits, and that, as I mentioned at the start of the video, all the credits are basically going to add towards your next run. We've got 7,300 at the moment, which is not that much, but I recently upgraded the perk that gives me more credits, basically, on the run. So that is more than I would normally have as well. That's not bad for just into Sector 2. Okay, something down here. Something down here immediately have a secure container in it. That would be quite cool. Power cells and credits, that means there's probably mines around. Yep, there they are. Flashing away. And you... see if we got any containers or anything interesting around this one. I doubt it. Oh, God. The other one is, you don't have to get as close to them as you think. Alright, let's stop here for a second. Tentacle beast. I have no idea what they're supposed to be. But again, I think they're for our weird botanist friend that for some reason wants us to run around scanning stuff for him. Okay, what else we got? Scrap, power cells. Power cells are actually pretty unusual. Grab you as well, and then get the hell away from the mines. I do not like the mines. Ooh. Enemy, are you hiding anything? Indicating that over here is the goodies. Certainly indicating that you've seen me, which is unfortunate. Aha, I see a container. Scattergun. Okay, what is this? Shoots several low-range projectiles simultaneously. Even more charged than the maximum, because the high spread it's best used in close combat. Does not do... I can't use it. She's intercept a gunship as well. But apparently we got a new ship colour, so there we go. At least I don't feel totally hard done by. Again though, nothing more. Just one tech container. You sure? Yes, how very boring. God, I've already did you. Might be almost time to get out of this sector, in fact. I don't know what exactly the timer is for the Okkar forces, but it's not that long. Just sort of keep the pace of the game up the whole time, which is never a bad thing. I can imagine some people, myself included, could spend... You'd wear yourself out just insisting on exploring every single area to the fullest extent before you moved on to the next one. Which kind of works, because it's fairly pretty. No, I've had enough of this place. That stuff's pretty... no, that's not going to come up properly on YouTube, which is a shame. Looks really nice on my screen. But YouTube will compress it to all hell. Alright, maybe we've got something more exciting in the next one. Basically, the further through we go, the more interesting stuff's going to get anyway. Start coming up against corvettes and things like that. And of course, maybe come up against Sec or one of the... Against, not necessarily against. Find one of our NPC friends to mess around with. I spy with my little eyes everybody fighting in the distance. Hey, more elites. And they're in the middle of a fight. I might let them get on with it. No, I need him. He's mine. There we go. Please tell me access key. No access key? You stingy gits. Get lightninged. I don't know, can the NPCs steal the loot? I don't think so. I've seen no evidence of it whatsoever, so I don't think so. I'm a missile. Oh nice, I killed him. Looks like there's sort of variable damage depending on how close the missile actually... Because they have a sort of proximity explosion. Energized boost. Ah!
Keep it up.
What do you mean keep it up? There's loads of them. I need my EMP for this. But the EMP uses power as well. There we go. Basically knocks out all of their systems so they just float in space for a bit, and it allows me to just take apart a few scan drone. I wonder what that does. Whoa, okay. We've got a bit too close to that. Run. Shields dropping. Energy is low. There's a missile incoming. Get behind the asteroid. And the missiles are very good at getting around asteroids as well. It's kind of annoying like that. You. Aha. No, you. Made the foolish mistake of coming around first. Better. And now the one that's hiding back at his base because he's a coward. There, those light missiles did almost nothing to him there. I guess he dodged them, but they sort of blew up nearby, but not so close as to... Like the pulse laser I would switch to if it wasn't specifically for shield DPS. So this is a weapon that's really designed to be used on the ships, one of the ships that's got two primary guns. Because with this one, if I use that, I'm really going to struggle to actually do any hull damage. Cool. Well then, where was large base of hatred? You're around here somewhere. Really? I suppose it is me. No one really is going to be surprised. Oh, there we are. I'm underneath it. That works. So where are yo turrets? They're there. I know you. That looks like a turret, but it's not. It's just a flashy thing. What do you want, flashy thing? There are definitely turrets on this. They were shooting at me earlier. Where have they gone? And a container with nothing in it. Alright, well, let's go down inside then. Find this one. Nano Injector Mark III. That sounds pretty decent. So we've got Drone Override. Yeah, look, they're repairing, and this one's 246. Let's replace that one, because I want to try and show, where possible, all of the cool, funky goodies. The EMP is probably my favourite, but why not? No turrets at all. I could have sworn there was some turrets shooting at me from this thing. Apparently not. Fair enough. That's two guys warping in on me. Gonna make their day bad. Those Gatling guns there are the sort of thing you'd use alongside the Pulse. They're the high hull damage, low... Ooh, heavy missile. Where did that end up? So the corrosion missiles I can actually make. Should we switch? Yes. Yes. 6 heavy missiles. That sounds like something I want to test out. Won't be a DSE weapon, of course, but might be pretty cool anyway. So it seems it wants me to get plasma in this place. Get over there, grab some plasma, and then get out of here, I suspect. Apologies. That's that lot. Let's see if I can spot anything while doing so. Now I just want to find a special tech container so we can open it up, see what goodies we get inside. All of the like really nice guns seem to come from that as a source. Anything else we might want to look at? Sometimes the bigger asteroids have got holes through them, sometimes they've got resources. Oh dear, okay. Not this time. I don't know. If there's a suitable opportunity, I might try and have a look at, or show you guys what the Okkar forces arriving is like, because it's just sudden missiles out of every possible direction. Cool. Time to meet one of the DLC characters. I wonder what he's got for me this time. Probably should be saying thank you, but I had to go and raid a... Oh, it's Elec, not Sec. Where did I get Sec from? I had to go and raid a whole bunch of stuff for him, GMB transports for him recently, and it was not easy. He's also busy running into mines. Good job, fella.
Ah, good to see you again. Guess what? Since our last haul, I've gained a few more stripes in the Coalition. You're talking to a big mover in the clan.
So what are you now? Concierge?
Is that a colonial military rank, or you pulling my leg? No, I'm a counselor now, overseeing raids on hostile clans.
Aha. So does that mean you got something else for me?
There's an abandoned outlaw outpost, which the Coalition would like to occupy. If you could help.
I might be inclined.
There's one small problem. The place is infested with gray goose swarms. We couldn't lure them away, so someone has to destroy them.
If I remember correctly, destroying them is a valid type of suicide.
There is a way. Here, take these highly advanced damage limiters. When a swarm explodes, quickly use the limiters to crank up your defenses.
Damage limiters? Makes sense. I'll try it out.
Hey, it's appreciated, man. What you're doing, it's really great.
Right. No problem, Alec.
I'm not sure I'm very keen on this. Okay, damage eliminated minus 50%. Yeah, it looks like I'm probably going to need that. Let's do the drone. This is very hard to use, the drone override, because you don't often... Well, you come across drones, but they're not often in range. 1,500 meters, I take that back. That's bigger than I thought it was. Wonder why I've not been able to see it working previously. I don't know. Anyway, which one of these should we swap? Drones or turrets? Let's swap drones. Turrets hurt like something crazy. No, that's not swap. That's swap. Now we can salvage. Because I suspect we're going to need those. So does this not happen in this sector? There he is. It looks like, yeah, it looks like this doesn't take place in this sector. Whatever mission he's given us there happens in a sector further down. And the nice thing about those is, even if we were to completely die and fail this run here, that wouldn't stop... 1,000 credits, that's a lot. That wouldn't stop the mission being running for the next time we did a run. So we could encounter... The next thing we'll encounter, regardless, is that mission, rather than having to go and find him again. There's that 2 elite outlaw scouts. Oh. Also, who aggroed on me? Because that wasn't them. It was you. And you.
Nice shot.
And where from? Did it just pop out of nowhere? I'm going to have to go and try and take on those 2 elites, aren't I? I've made it look relatively easy so far because I've just been using all of my abilities and cheese missiles and so on. Might have to fight at least one of these properly. What missiles we got? Corrosion and heavy. Alright, we'll have a heavy. I'll see if I can get your shields down a bit. Oh, wow, those heavy missiles hurt. Cool, okay. This might not be too bad then. There's one down, another access key. And you, friend. Try and stay behind him. Stop him from being able to get too much off. Wow, you've taken a lot of hull damage just fine. Yeah, I found this with one of the GMB elites earlier. It had like some damage limiter or something on it, like the one I've just picked up. It meant they were really just soaking the deeps. Okay, cool. Outlaw missile turret. Okay, it's not great. Ow! But if there's an outlaw missile turret, it's defending something. What is it defending? What is in here? Hiya. Hello. Oh. There's a problem. I see 2 secure containers. We only have 1 access key, I think. Or do we have 2? Let's find out. Go! So sometimes these are in rooms, sometimes they're just like these, sort of as secure containers that you can't blow up, but then open up to show you a whole bunch of little containers inside them, including that, an equipment container. Another heavy missile? No, I think I need one of those. The corrosion missiles have their uses. Well, that was a bit of a dull one. Was there something better in this one? Did we have 2? We did have 2. Sweet. Open! Open sesame. Show me your goodies. Energy shield, emergency shield Mark III. Okay, I have had one of those before. We're going to have a quick look at it. But basically what this does, where is it? Yeah, it's a device stays on you. Consumables obviously are used when you use them. So this thing is going to automatically use itself to activate an impenetrable shield around the ship once hull integrity is lost. So it gets blown up when you use it. Destroyed when you use it, but basically it's going to save you once from ultimate death. That's not bad. I have to admit, I was hoping for some of the cooler weapons, but that's fine. Early run. Can deal with you. Right, I think... How are we looking? Fuel is low. Can I locate any fuel before we take this jump gate out? Would be nice. 43 is enough for a single jump. That's another thing you can upgrade with the perk system, is give yourself more fuel, and therefore you start with more fuel. But I haven't spent on that one yet. It's getting to the point with the perks where sort of, to begin with, obviously you came back repeatedly with enough credits to unlock loads of stuff. But as you get further up the trees, or whatever you want, the tiers, you end up having to spend more for each individual upgrade, to the point where now, I don't know, I'm getting the upgrades, but I'm having to sort of save up a bit more to get each one. Come back for a run, maybe only get to click the perk button a couple of times now. Do I need ore? Do I really need ore? We've got scrap. I can't remember what ore looks like. It's got to be one of these ones then. There you go, 83. No, I do not need ore. Screw it. Let's go and find something cool to fight. Obviously, if you wanted to super min-max and do the very best you could in a run, then the way to do that would be to hang around in each sector as long as possible. You never leave a sector until the Okkar forces are incoming. Okay, so a jump suppressor, is that it? No, that's the comm hub. But a comm hub, nice we found one of those. Comm hub is basically, you're going to go and hack it, and when you hack it, it's going to reveal most of the other things around in this particular system. And who's attacking me now? Those guys over there. Roger. Come on then. Let's do it. You can see they've upgraded now. We've got drones with shields. Not that it's doing them much good yet. And I still haven't even upgraded my main gun yet. Which is evidenced when you get to the hull portion. And it takes us ages to finish people off. Who are you? Carly? Carly's here. Well, let's go and deal with the jump suppression first. And then we're going to talk to Carly, who is another one of the characters. And she is shady as all hell. She's been trying to pretend like she's one of Grady and Grunt and Brady. And she's not. So blatantly obviously isn't. Oh, look at that. Gonna be fun. I guess it's in here. And if it's not, then what is? Tech containers. Sweet. Loot is an acceptable alternative. Oh, right, the comm relay is in here. Cool. Right, can we hack that, please? Go and grab that container before we leave as well. So this will go... Well, that's quite helpful. It enables me to see for a second as well. Whoa! See what I mean about when the explosions are close enough and big enough, they actually like physically push your ship around. I find that very cool. Ooh, tech containers and all sorts. But yes, again, we still need to find the jump processor, which I have not yet. Oh no, there it is, jump suppressor, suppressor, same deal. Alright, let's go and grab him, deal with that. Means that we can get out whenever we want, not get caught out if the Okkar suddenly show up halfway through the mission. I know I didn't need more ore, but we're flying past it. I'm not going to say no. Right, where are the turrets? They're here. Where are they at? Don't even try and pretend there's no turrets. There we go. Holy hell. There's not turrets, there's just an ambush. Look, we're not doing this. We're going to EMP you. And then we're going to use that. Oh, I've got to use this. Oh, I didn't quite do it in time. There's an action freeze feature that I think is really cool in this, but I didn't manage to hit it in time there. There we go. Look at that. Certainly means that if you ever want to get a good thumbnail, you're like, righty then, let's get right in on her. I thought it was a neat little feature to have. A bit like the old Ansel that Nvidia's got, but sort of directly integrated. Oh, interesting. I hadn't noticed that the Okkar fighters have got a very frontal shield on them. So they're like the gunship that you can pilot, which sort of works in the same way. What is all this rubbish? Am I going to have to get on board with a bit of the missiles as well here? Maybe not. Maybe I should just concentrate on actually shooting and doing a bit less talking. Yeah, so those things have got a big frontal shield that you should not even bother trying to hit. That's good to know. You know what? Go away. Had enough of chasing you in circles. Let's get inside and work out where the turrets are instead. Because look. There we go. Knew they were going to be there. Just a question of where. Hey! Get popped. Pop those open. Bling, bling. Looks like there's only missile turrets around this area, at least. Only Gatling turrets, not missile turrets. What I could have done there, if I was on target, was demonstrate the turret override thing we've got. Override all the turrets and use them to kill them. That could have been quite fun. Right, that's the jump done. Now then, let's go and see Carly. Is that a G&B container? Yeah, it is. Okay, don't worry about that, wasted. Let's go and see Carly, and given we don't seem to be getting any weapon upgrades, can I build us something nice and new? I could build the beam, but that's not really what I was after. Can we just upgrade this? No, I'm missing crystal still. Good to know. Keep an eye out for crystal. However, I don't want to miss an opportunity to chat with one of these guys when they roll up. See what this strange lady wants.
I'm back.
I can see that. Here are some things I appropriated from the G&B stocks.
Every bit helps. Say, about that wormhole tech you have, I wouldn't mind taking a look.
Well, in fact, you could try it firsthand and help me out with another task at the same time.
Wait a sec. You're letting me actually use it? Wormhole travel?
I'm transferring the wormhole locator routine to your hive as we speak. Don't tell anybody about it, okay? I lost some collector drones through a wormhole. I need them back. You can do that for me, right, Adam?
Wormholes?
I guess. Wait, you want me to actually go through the wormhole? To the Okkar Homeworlds?
How else would you get the job done? It's an in-and-out operation. Reactivate the drones and lead them back out of the wormhole. Be quick about it, and you won't be noticed.
Hold on. I'm having second thoughts about this.
Well, don't overthink it, Adam. You'll be fine. It's worked out with us okay so far, right? Listen, I needed a new refinery construction. Otherwise, I'd take care of this myself. Later.
Wait!
Seems legit. Let's also be clear that these two have been flirting is
in a
the
hurry.
best thing I
have
can,
received
or
the
easiest way of
wormhole
describing it.
locator routine, along with coordinates to the wormhole where the drones were last reported. However, I would not advise trying to enter the Okkar Homeworld territories.
I mean, I know she has her secrets, don't we all? But you don't think she's trying to double-cross me, do you, Hive?
Reading the hidden motives of humans is not my greatest strength, although I do notice certain inconsistencies in your new ally's personality.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get to the bottom of it and check out what she wants me to do for her.
I do not know why you persist, but if you must, then carry on.
Yeah, I am kind of with the robot there. I don't think this is a good idea, but hey, Okkar Homeworlds, that's got to be fun, right? I'm surprised nothing has shown up on my scanners for being around here. One of the upgrades perks I want to get at some point real soon is that upgrade. There's one that sort of boosts your scanner, gives it a bit more range. Run away! Run the hell away. Apparently we're going to their homeworld, so I don't think we'll have any need to fight them here. We're going to find them at some point real soon. So I wonder if does that show up on the map or what? Holy hell, look at this system. We've got people everywhere. She's there, so that's obviously where we've got to go for that. Which means we're going to have to miss my favourite. It's Maurice. We're going to have to miss Maurice. No. There's no other way. So what, do we go medium difficulty or... I want to find out what the hell she's on about. So I'm going to go easy difficulty because these have got natural hazards as well. Sometimes they can actually be beneficial. If you come into a... Yes, if you come into a system like this, the Okkar... Shut up. The Okkar aren't capable of like pursuing you. So these systems you can basically spend as long as you want in. These ones don't have that same sudden rush to get out. But because your sensors are impaired, you don't see anything on the radar until you get this sort of close to it. So you kind of got to keep your eyes open. Everyone watching this now cringes and thinks, what, ways to keep his eyes open? Oh, God. As I said, for some reason, this one I'm not finding so bad. It's nice and bright. My poor little eyes can handle it. Except for inside one of those where it gets... That's cool. Yeah, pretty. Pretty. Right, we've got to find a jump processor signal thingamajobby. A coil gun yes. Accelerates ferromagnetic... higher fire rate, the cost of higher energy consumption. Hull damage... I guess we've got to try it. Spread 0.8 degrees. And it's got a critical hit chance mod. I've got to, right? We've been using this thing the entire time. It's probably going to be my death now, because I've never used one of these before. But hey, we can always rebuild the lightning gun. That's the nice thing about the ship, is you do have the ability, always, to build that lightning gun again. So let's see what this is like. Rapid fire is what it's like, Roger. Fine. Don't really tell us much until we try shooting some geezers with it, but I'm sure there'll be a geezer or two around here. Apparently not around this particular asteroid. Let's get away from it a bit so I can see properly. Anything nice and visible here? Other than obvious screenshot opportunities? Apologies for the occasional stops to sightsee, but I feel it's appropriate. It's quite a pretty game. Runs pretty well as well. I'm getting 1440p, about 80 FPS on average in this sort of environment. And that's with everything cranked. And it doesn't really slow down. And in the easier, sort of quieter environments, you'll get it running a lot better than that. That's the noise of someone being unhappy with me. That's the noise of a missile being unhappy with me. That is the noise of an elite being unhappy with me. Ow! I told you those missiles. Whoa, okay. Fella. Let's play some games of my variety now, shall we? Yes, that's a bit more like it. And another access key. Sweet. Full-on nanobots. You notice I still haven't had to use a single nanobot yet. Trust, when you do start having to use nanobots, that's when things get difficult. Someone else is angry with me now. Where? Who else is angry? I heard you. I heard the angry noises. You gotta listen. There he is. You gotta listen out for the angry noises. Oh, he's not alone either. Okay, these things do great damage once you... Ooh, turret override. Great damage once you get to the point where... Yeah, let's salvage that. You've taken their shields down, but it does seem like not quite so much when they have shields. Killing drones still relatively straightforward. Shield charge drones, they're normally only around if there's a corvette. Not only that, but if there is a corvette, that's 100% when you want the lightning gun. Because those things basically hang around the corvettes. What are you? Are you a drone tender or are you the signal? You're the signal suppressor, okay. I'm starting to take a bit of damage now. Right, let's deal with the jump processor. Let's see if we can upgrade our coil gun. Wow, yeah, lots of options there. I'm thinking maybe just a hull damage and a shield damage. Plus 1%. Only plus 1%. I suppose it's really cheap on energy consumption if you compare to these, where they're plus 8% and so on. Alright, let's do a hull damage and a shield damage, and that's all I can put on there. And should we upgrade our shield too? Have we got another? No ability to upgrade that. I'd really like to get a new one, to be honest, but... Nope, that looks fine. Just, if people are wondering, the plus buttons over here are for building new ones, basically, rather than anything else, because these are consumable, so you can see there's a whole bunch of different consumables there. I like the fact that I can build distress beacons to help G&B forces come in to help me. Whereas on this side, these can all be... you can build new, but some of them can be upgraded as well. Not all of them, but some of them. And the missiles, obviously that's building fresh ones too. I have an alright selection. We need 9 dark energy for an Arc 9000. Wow, okay, that's quite a lot of dark energy. We may not get to fire the Arc 9000 this time, after all. You're a container, aren't you? With nanobots. You don't need them. I will need them, but when I do need them, I'm going to sit there going, oh, but all those nanobots we left behind that we couldn't use because we didn't need them. Alright. What else is about? Come on, I have something cool around here. I am not really seeing it. If there is anything cool here that we haven't visited, it is not jumping out at me. I suppose it makes sense that on the... hello. I suppose it makes sense on the ones where your sensors aren't working that you're given that extra time. You kind of need it. Especially if you have to, like this one, find that jump signal processor. Oh, these ones I've already done, haven't I? Yep, we've been here. Well then, that's enough. Off we go. Okay, well I don't have any choice here really. It's gonna be Therine because it's the only one that leads on. So come on then. There he is. It's Throng, not Therine. My remembering of their names is awful. My fuel tank's on empty. That's bad.
Don't come any closer.
What? We're friends.
Mr. Roslin, it's you. I do apologize. You caught me off guard. I was quite absorbed in analyzing some samples.
Don't worry about it. I'm used to it. I got those green goo scannings you asked for. Transmitting data.
Wonderful. The Vero Veridica Australia is mesmerizing, isn't it? Almost translucent mitochondria. Oh, please, before I forget, here's your payment for the task.
We'll just ignore the large fight going on in the background.
Would you mind
That's an
answering
Okkar Corvette.
the first question in my study of you?
Sure, shoot.
I'm hardly going to do that, Mr. Roslin. Anyway, my question, do you ever dream of cloned sheep?
What? No. Not that I remember. Mind you, I rarely get the opportunity to sleep these days.
I see. Disappointing. So, are you ready for your next scanning task?
Why not? I feel like I'm learning something here.
There is a fascinating growth under the surface of some ice asteroids, the Crescendia astraglacius, or in layman's terms, the ice clinger. If you can examine a sample, I will give you enough so you can hopefully get some rest afterwards and have some dreams for me.
That would be nice.
But wait, ice clingers are not easy to identify. When the sun shines through the thinner parts of the asteroid, a glimmer should alert you to a growth.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
That thing in the background looks awesome, but it's noticeably getting really close. Run away! And we're going to go and fight a Corvette, apparently. Screw ice clingers. There's a big bad. There's a big bad taking on Throng? What on earth? I was about to say, what is happening here? Mr. Corvette, I got some tricks for you. First of all, I'm one of them. It doesn't work on big ships. Run! I thought my AMP generator was going to work. It did not. Apparently I can use Throng to tank for me though, so that's fine. You know what? Have a few of these heavy missiles we got here. Ah, right, these are the little shield drone things that you need to take out. Wow, this gun uses loads of energy. Have I got any? No, I don't have any decent missiles. Run! That was the noise of some more people getting angry with me as well. Get out of here. And that's a missile incoming. Where is it? There. Oh wow, it's a Marauder. Okay, these are more scary than we've fought before. I'm not going to mess around with this guy. Ah! Okay. You see what I mean about suddenly when you need the nanobots? You need the nanobots. Holy hell.
Gotcha.
Ow, looks like some of our systems are damaged too. So yeah, our engine and our secondary weapons both got damaged there, and that's more nanobots. So we're almost completely out of nanobots, completely out of fuel. And that Okkar Corvette is still trying to fight Throng, who seems to be invincible. So I might pussy out of this for a second and go and see if we can find like some more nanobots. I'm not even on full health. Oh, wow. Well, that went wrong rather fast. Anything fun to find up here? More crystal? Sure. 8 new items can be crafted. Okay. That can't be bad, right? Can I upgrade you? I can. I'm going to go capacity because it's a percentage gain on what you've already got, and this shield already has a lot. What about you? We can't do anything else with you. My reserved energy is massive, so I'm going to need to start being really careful about how often I even use my boost. Yeah, you're open. You're mined. What else is around, or do we just go and try and kill the Corvette again? It's a shame that the second we switch off the lightning weapon, which as I've said is amazing for killing those Corvettes, because you shoot the Corvette and it kills all of his shield recharge drones, which is what those little things flying around are. They are shieldy drones. It doesn't look like he's doing great. Now's our chance. Hit him with a couple of heavies. And a corrosive. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, I see interesting looking loot. Loads of loot. Viridian Energy Fusion Blaster. What on earth is a Fusion Blaster? I will take 2. And a coil gun plus. Now, if I remember rightly, the coil gun plus is not that great. Compound first, and yeah, you. I don't remember this, but this is like a chargy one. Oh, that's what I'm using, except a really weak version of it. That does more shield DPS because of it. It's got a spread mod. Why on earth? Oh no, it reduces the spread. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, why on earth would you want to increase the spread? But no, it's basically what we're already using. Fuel, important. We have 22. We are almost at the point where we can get out. Almost missed an access key. That would have been unfortunate. More credits, more fuel. Right, yeah, that sorted us out nicely, because otherwise we would have been in trouble fuel-wise. Now up to 52. Is it time to move on out of here, or should I explore a little bit further first? I feel like exploring a little bit further first is probably a good idea. Look at that energy usage. I might have screwed up there. We might be using just too much energy now in passive systems. I don't think there's any way of... I mean, I guess you can just break them down, but I don't want to break down the goodies I made. I think, is this the crystal one we already went into? Yeah, it is. Right, fine. Time to get out of here. Did we get any more nanobots? I have 7. Oh, I'm actually going to wait on the hull repairs then. Brave moding, do we want to craft any more missiles? Build new... Yeah, I can't even build heavy missiles. Don't have the dark energy for that. We can build corrosive missiles, but that's not going to help. We've got those damage limitators. We do have a nano injector. I keep forgetting about that. So that can be used to insta heal up a whole bunch of hit points. And I think that's almost all of our hit points, because this ship doesn't have that many. But this is wormhole sector, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I can take an extra jump here. It's a bit of a weird setup. I've never seen it like that. Where you can actually straight up skip a point. Let's go see what Carly has to say for herself with her weird wormholes. Wormhole detected. Yep, that would be it there. Dark matter. More important.
Locator indicates that there is a wormhole in the vicinity.
Okay, where...
I have to spot it myself, though.
The wormhole locator acts only as a
No.
long-range scanner. We get closer to reveal the exact position.
Okay, and what am I looking
I should have seen this coming.
In space will emit a bright green light. Approach it to enter.
Okay, so I wonder how you can go about... Because that's clearly a super cool source. What? What? Well, dull. I have no idea what I managed to do there. Surely the point was to go through, but he was probably in the middle of telling me when I accidentally got too close. Dull. What a fail. And what an abrupt end. Well, it gives you an idea, at least, of what the gameplay is like. I don't know quite how far through we got, but we certainly unlocked plenty. We've got loads of credits to spend on perks here. What do I feel like is the thing that's giving us the most difficulty? Energy capacity is a big one. I've got a lot of regeneration already, but I might boost the capacity up further. Not too bothered about extra slots at the moment. Hit points repaired by nanobots I've actually sunk quite a lot into already. That's quite good. Speed I'm less bothered by. Cost of repairing damaged ship components. It's quite a lot. And that's damage chance. I think we are going to go for quite a lot of energy capacity here. Includes visual upgrade. I want a visual upgrade. I didn't know it did that. Nice. I wonder if this... That's blatantly not necessarily... Well, I say blatantly. It might not be something you can get on the other ones as well, because as you can see, with each ship, you get the same top area, so some of your progress carries over, but then you've got specific stuff for your ship at the bottom. And this is specific to that ship, so I don't know if it's somehow limited to just this one. Extra modifications for devices for 6,000. That's pretty hot. It's the amount that we can buff up each independent, although I need more. This just brings me back to energy capacity again, doesn't it? I think it does. We could also increase our boost speed, but no. Energy capacity, and then let's go for just standard speed. So, what? You said there was a visual. Is it at the back there? Is it this? I can't tell. You can, of course, go in here. I doubt this is an enhancement. I don't think we've got any of those yet. I think I was close. Damn it. But no. Is it in the colours? So this is where we've been unlocking sort of different ship colours and so on. I can go pink. Beautiful. Let's be the friendliest ship ever. Oh, lovely. Isn't it lovely? Yeah, that looks perfect. So, weirdly, in the very first... I can't bring up a map, unfortunately. Oh, I can. There you go. Sector 1, Area 2. I just jumped immediately. I didn't want anything from Sector 1, so I just jumped in straight away. And here we are, apparently, going to the Okkar Homeworld pretty much immediately. I don't quite understand what killed me last time, because this looks very similar. But I'm wondering if maybe the other one was a black hole and I just got a bit unlucky and they were both in the same system. But hey, let's go find out. What's behind door number 1? Yeah, didn't do this last time. A distinct not doing of that last time. Whoa.
What a ride. Where are we?
We are no longer in the demilitarized
That
zone.
is cool.
We are in the orbit of one of the Okkar's homeworlds, although my map data may be outdated.
Right.
Keep a lookout for blinking red lights. Those will be our lost drones.
Oh, come on. Blinking red lights. Everything's blinking red lights. Well, everything's blinking lights, at least. See loads of guys moving around down there. Oh, dear. I even said the colourblind thing earlier as well. Why would you do that, Wasted? Come now. Aha! I spy with my little eye. Maybe a thing. The other thing is, I'm used to blinking red lights being mines. What's that all about? Oh, there's a few around this, in fact. I can see some others the other side. No indication whatsoever of how far away they are. I am approaching this one, right? It is getting bigger, but wow, that was further than I thought. Hello.
First one. So far, so good.
So there was one the far side of whatever
This must
this
be one of
is.
those energy crystals, right?
Yes, its power signature is off the scale. I'm privileged to have encountered it at such close range.
Hive, impressed? This must be something. You're coming with me.
Oh, they are literally following me around as well. Awesome. However, now spotting the remainder, he says, looking directly at one. Oh, so this is...
There is an Okkar patrol on their way
Oh,
here.
I was about to say this is proving to be relatively calm,
I'm on it.
right up until the point that the drone arrives. I'm really doing quite well today, aren't I?
Come on.
I can see... Oh, dear. I can see problems, is what I can see. Guys,
More and we're out of here.
yeah, except there's the one more I haven't found yet. We hide behind their own energy generators. Hopefully. Maybe long enough to kill the one that's pursuing me. Have some missiles, friends. That's better. That's better. Right, grab this stuff. And then, quick, drone, where is it? So we're just left to the stupid cruiser. Alright, so where on earth is this last one going to be? He says, trying to dodge fire while locate a flashing red light that's really difficult to see. I don't know if I'm trying to be too clever hanging around here, like maybe the whole point...
Why did you do that?
I didn't.
Don't know. It seemed like a good idea.
I didn't.
An immense amount of energy. I can try to store the Viridian energy in my energy serializer.
Okay. Sorry.
Give all the goodies. I can't even remember what you do with this stuff, but give it to me. I want it. It's clearly unusual and rare, and therefore mine. Okay, now... Oh god, there's another one. There's a frigate. That's bigger than stuff that I fought before. Who would have thought that shooting their big energy thing winds them up? Still can't see any red flashy things. Oh god, I'm almost dead. And I have no nanobots. Okay, what do we have? Shield booster, that'll do. Quick. Let's see if getting away a bit will help me spot where on earth this drone's gone. I've not got away that well, have I? That's still quite close. Come on, flashy red drone, where are you hiding? Now I understand why there's no cover in this area. You there. Have one of those. And one of those. Same with you. Get shield broken or whatever it's called. God. The only way I'm going to win this now is by basically stopping the incoming damage. EMP generator, is that enough to take him out? Not enough to take him out, but it's enough to stop him from shooting me. No, to take him down. Why are these G&B drones not helping me? Why is my corrosion missile not screwing him over? One more drone. Where on earth is it going to be? Okay. I am not looking very healthy. How am I still alive? Okay, so... was it near that one? We've gone so far away from the one I was at, I can't even tell anymore. That's Viridian energy. There. So going up here was a good call. Come on, let's get out of here. Let's not waste all my energy. Let's do this sensibly. Incoming fire! Dodge and dive. Duck and weave. Let me get it. Ah. You. Come with me. We need to run away, friend.
Did it.
Run!
Where's the wormhole?
Look around. It should not be hard to spot.
Green light. Yeah. Thanks for the help, Hive.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let me mark it on the HUD. There you go. See it now?
Never bad to have a bit of a sarcastic AI in a game, is it?
There you go. A nice little marker.
Whatever. Let's just get out of here.
Run away! Fly in here. Yes, cheers, bro. I have to admit that I was going to say I had higher hopes for the Okkar Homeworld. What was I expecting, really, other than a lot of ships that were going to come and beat me the hell up? And if I was really lucky, I might get to survive. Woot woot.
That was fun. We should do that more often.
No.
No, I don't particularly enjoy that method of travel. It plays havoc with my circuits.
Well, that's no surprise, Hive. There's not much you enjoy at all. Carly, you read me?
Adam! Hey! Where are you?
I brought back your drones.
Thank you! Anything happened?
No, nothing worth mentioning.
Okay, well...
Nothing
I'll just
worth
transfer
mentioning.
some credits as
Get
a
out of
reward.
here. Get.
Bye.
Don't believe that's good. 3,500 for going into the Okkar Homeworld.
Ask if you're attempting to impress this female human. Why is it you persist in chasing after her?
Hey, don't ask me these questions, Hive. I mean, I only have you to talk to out here. And sometimes that just isn't enough.
Well, I think we're going to leave this little love story Because to be honest, as I mentioned, we're only actually in the second or third bit of Sector 1 here, so to actually get back into the game again would take forever. So instead, I'm going to say cheers guys, thanks a lot for watching, hope you enjoyed this one. Glad we got to see the Okkar Homeworlds and do some crazy fighting towards the end. Not quite as endgame as I'd like, I was hoping to get like Sector 5 or something, but still fun. If you did like it, please hit that like button, it really helps me and the channel out. If you didn't like it, then obviously dislike button is right next door. And otherwise, thanks a lot for watching guys, I'll catch you for the next one.